If you've been working on your TpT store over the last year or several years, but you're feeling a little discouraged by where you are versus where you hoped to be in your journey by now, then today's video is for you. I'm going to be talking to you about some important things that you need to keep in mind when you're planning out your year and the goals for your business in this coming year. So if you want this coming year to be the most profitable year in your TpT business, then stay tuned because we're going to be talking about some things that you need to do in order to set practical, strategic, profitable goals in the coming year. Okay, so let's just dive in. One of the biggest mistakes that I think business owners in general make whenever you're starting to goal set for the coming year is that you just kind of sit down, or at least this is what I did or used to do, is I'd kind of sit down with a blank piece of paper, maybe a planner, maybe a little cute little notebook, or even just a white piece of paper. And I would have my beautiful pens. I'd be all ready to start writing down what my goals for the coming year were. And it was kind of like starting from a blank slate. And while I'm not going to say that there's never a time to sit down in your business and start from a blank slate, I'm going to say that the vast majority of time that is not a good idea. If you are a blank slate goal setter, then you are not going to get the most out of not only your goal setting time, but out of your business. Because blank slate goal setting is for people who are at rock bottom and they plan on scrapping everything that they've ever done and starting over. This works for some things really well. Like if I have a painting that I've been working on for a really long time and I can't seem to get it finished, then yeah, wiping the slate clean and starting over, painting over that canvas with a fresh coat of white is a really great idea. But if I'm a person and I want to start with having a healthier me in the coming year, blank slate goal setting is not going to work, right? Because I need to take account of the things that are not going well for me currently and the things that are going well for me currently. Because no matter how far away I am from where I want to be, there are still some things that I'm doing right, whether consciously or subconsciously, and I need to take notice of those things that I'm doing well so that I can get the most out of my journey. And it's the same way with my TpT business. Unless you can actually wipe the slate clean, like you want to start over with a fresh, brand new store, which is probably like zero of you listening right now, then you really don't need to start with this blank slate method. The first thing that you need to do is take a really good hard look at your data and your current processes. So what are you currently doing in your business? What is your current order of operations? Like, are you creating products? Are you focusing on product creation? Are you focusing on marketing? Are you doing anything at all? Maybe you're doing nothing and that's fine too. But just take inventory of what you've currently been doing and then take a look at the data to tell whether or not it's actually working for you. Are the new products that you're creating bringing in revenue? Are the new products that you're creating or are your current listings actually bringing in traffic? Is the marketing that you're doing effective? Or maybe it's semi-effective, but could be more effective if you were more consistent, all that kind of stuff, right? So really take inventory of what all have I done? What all am I currently doing? What's working? What's not working? Even if it's just working a tiny bit, even if you just have a few resources that are getting a few views a month, that's still something that is somewhat working for you, right? So we need to really sit down and take stock, take inventory of where we are, and then from there, we can decide, okay, now where do I need to go to get to the next level? So if I'm making $50 a month right now, where is that $50 a month coming from? Is it coming from traffic within TpT? Is it coming from outside marketing? Is it coming from one or two products in my store? If so, I really just need to kind of step back and take inventory and say, okay, what is working so that I can try to replicate that success in 2025, because you're not starting from a blank slate. If you have a TpT store, you have something. And maybe you have products in your store that aren't driving traffic, they aren't selling, but you know that they're good, high quality products. You still have a starting point. You still have good, high quality products that just need to get in front of the eyes of buyers, right? Or maybe need some tweaks to their product descriptions or to their listings in order to convert better with the traffic that they are getting. But you are not starting from ground zero, so do not start with a blank piece of paper for setting your goals. You really need to pull that data out. You really need to take inventory of what you're doing, write it all down, and then move on from there. Number 2, you need to be making a plan for inconsistencies in your business. From that list of everything that you're doing, you need to start taking note of what are the things that I'm doing that I'm really inconsistent with. Maybe I'm making really high quality products, but I'm really inconsistent with them. Maybe I'm making a product here, a product over there, and the products that I'm creating have nothing to do with each other. They're just random things that I create whenever I get inspired. That would be inconsistent product creation. It's not that it's a bad thing, but if channeled, it could produce more revenue for your business. So we really need to take inventory of what are the areas of my business where I am behaving or operating inconsistently. And I need to make a plan for those inconsistencies. I either need to, number 1, stop doing them. Now, for things like product creation, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's going to be a good strategy for most people, is to just stop product creation or just stop or search engine optimizing your resources. That's really not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are some of the things that you might be doing, like inconsistently marketing on Instagram, right? Inconsistently creating TikTok videos, inconsistently recording podcasts, inconsistently email marketing, inconsistently writing those blog posts. Some of the things, if you're doing them inconsistently, you really need to make a plan. Either am I going to do them consistently so that they can actually work, or am I going to stop doing them altogether because they're not working and I don't want to stress myself out. I want to focus on things that are working already. This is where not starting with a blank slate for creating your business goals and your plans is really going to work in your favor. Because if I have a list of all the things that I'm doing and I'm taking inventory of what's working, then I might be able to clearly see, you know what, that Instagram marketing that I've been hit or miss on, that I've been beating myself up over because I haven't been doing it as well as I wanted to do, I can get rid of that because the vast majority of my traffic is coming from within TpT. And if I want to focus on product creation in the next year, then that's what I can do. Or if I want to focus on search engine optimization in the new year, I can do that. And I don't have to force myself to continue to show up inconsistently and beat myself up in the areas where I'm just not meeting my goals. Number 3, I want you to get rid of immeasurable goals and goals that are outside of your control. And by get rid of them, I mean, I want you to get them out of your head. Stop focusing on them. If you want to feel out of control in your business, then you're going to set goals like, I want to make $50,000 next year. I want to 3x my traffic next year. I want to have 20,000 people on my email list next year. If you want to feel out of control in your business, those are the kind of goals that you're going to set as your primary goals. Now, those are fun goals. Those are the kind of things that we write down and we go, oh, that would be amazing. That would make me feel so good. This would be great. But those are goals that we don't have control over, okay? They are measurable, right? We can measure them, but we don't have any control over them. If I want to feel like I'm trying to build my business blind, right? Like walking around just trying to figure out where I am, where I'm going, and what I'm doing, then I'm going to set immeasurable goals. Goals like I want to spend more time working on my business. Goals like I want to have less stress in my business. Goals like I want things to be more streamlined in my business, right? These are things that I can't measure. These are things that I cannot sit down and look, okay, was I successful in this? Maybe you were more streamlined. Maybe you were less stressed, but did you feel it? Right? Those are things that I can't measure. So if you want to feel out of control and if you want to feel like you're going at it blind, then you're going to set immeasurable goals that are outside of your control. Instead, what I really need to do is I need to take a look at what are some things that are inside of my control that I can measure to determine success. So if I want to 3x my traffic in the coming year, then instead of saying I want to 3x my traffic, I need to say, you know what? I'm going to create X number of new resources based on my data that should eventually get me to my traffic goals, but I'm going to focus on creating new resources. Or I want to search engine optimize this number of resources. Or I want to send out X number of emails in the next year. Instead of working towards that number that's outside of my control, I'm going to set measurable goals that are within my control. I can create new products. I can search engine optimize my resources, and I can reach those goals. They're within my control, and I know exactly what I'm doing. So we want measurable, achievable goals that don't rely on outside factors that are out of my control, okay? Because I want to be in control of my business. I want to feel in control of my business, and I want to make sure that my path to success is very clear, which let's talk about that. Number 4, you need a path to success. You need a plan for your year. And if you're listening and you're going, well, those are things I want to do. Lauren, I do want to 3x my traffic. I do want to make $50,000 next year. Those are my overall goals. Like those are my far-reaching goals, but I do feel like I'm doing this blind. Like, how do I know? Do I focus on product creation? How do I know if I focus? So let's focus on search engine optimization. How do I know what to focus on to get to those big goals that you're telling me I don't need to focus on? Well, I'm going to help you with that. We have a workshop this year. In fact, this is year number, let's see, we did in 2021, 22, 23, 24, and we're going to do it again in 2025. So this is year 5 of a goal setting workshop that we're going to be doing for TpT sellers. And this is the first year that we're going to meet on Zoom. We're going to meet together. It's going to be close. It's going to be intimate. It's going to be personal. We're going to get into your business and we're going to create a success plan for you. So if you have been feeling like, I know where I want my business to be, and I felt like I would be so much further than I am right now, we're going to figure that out for you. I'm going to walk you through a success path and how you can create a plan for your business that is going to get you where you want to be. You don't need to try to fly blind in 2025. There's no more of that. There's no need for it. Okay. I got you. We're going to do it together. It's called the TpT Profit Plan. Build the business of your dreams in 2025. And that's exactly what we're going to do. And it's $10, you guys. You cannot beat that with a stick. As they say here in the South, you can't beat it with a stick. You'll find the link down inside of the description to join us for that workshop. We're going to have a lot of fun. It comes with a workbook to help you plan out your success. And I'm going to give you a roadmap, the 3 things that you should be focusing on inside of your business and how you can customize it for your personal individual goals and business needs to get to where you want to be in 2025. You do not want to miss it. If you have felt like every single year I'm setting these goals, I'm making a plan, and then I get to the end of the year and I'm still not where I want to be, TpT Profit Plan Workshop is for you. You want to join us for that workshop. Link inside of the description. We're going to meet on December 30th. There are replays though, so if you can't make it live, no biggie, come to the replay. December 30th of this year, 2024. Find the link down inside of the description and come join us for that. And don't do what I do and say, oh, I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'm going to sign up for that, or I'm going to sign up for that when I get home. Make sure that you actually write this down and you follow through. So if you're watching on YouTube right now, stop what you're doing. As long as you're not driving, stop what you're doing. Go click on the link in the description. Go ahead and get signed up. We'll send you all the reminders so you don't forget. And by the way, this makes an excellent stocking stuffer too. A lot of people will ask their in-laws or ask their parents or their spouse or whatever to join RTA for their Christmas present. And this is something that you can do for your Christmas gift. Say like, hey, honey, you know that stocking that you never stuff? Got you a little stocking stuffer idea. $10, buy me a ticket to this workshop, or get yourself a little stocking stuffer. Go ahead and get that right now. And if you're listening on podcast, then make sure, if you're driving, don't do anything other than drive and watch the road. But make sure when you get home, when you get to your destination, go ahead and stop, click the link down in that description so that you don't miss it. Every single year, someone misses the workshop and they send me an email. They're like, oh my gosh, I missed it. But it's not going to be you, not this year, because you're going to be planning the business of your dreams for 2025, and I'm going to see you there. Thanks so much for being here, you guys. Make sure you are subscribed to this channel. I put out weekly content. Every single week, there's a new video to help you grow your Teachers Pay Teachers business in a way that's purposeful, sustainable, and simple, you guys. Really, really simple. So make sure you're subscribed and click that little bell so that you don't miss a video. A huge portion of my subscribers don't even see the content that I'm creating because you got to push that little bell. So make sure you do that. Click the bell, subscribe, like the video, do all the things for me, please. Pretty please. And I'm going to see you guys in the next video.